Now we're good. Roll those shoulders up, back and down. Add a little elbow movement. Wider stance, bigger movements. Rolling through your cat, opening through your cow. Couple more. Last one, hands on your thighs. With support, cat and cow. And then stand it up. We're going to put our weight on our left foot. Left knee bends, right toes tap forward, and we're going to speed it up and tap, and tap, and tap, and tap. Two more. Tap, and tap to the side. Tap. And then we go to the back. You can do arms forward if you want. And then we're going to go into a curtsy. Whatever you want to do with arms. And then we're going to go 4 to the front again. And to the side. And to the back. And into a curtsy. And 2 to the front. And side. And back. Ouch. And curtsy. 1 to the front, 1 to the side, 1 to the back, and 1 curtsy. And up. Cross that left leg over the right. Whew. Left arm extends nice and high. Stretch from your fingers to your armpit, armpit to hip, hip to ankle. Reach, 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 and then put your hand on your right hip and give a little press. So you go into a little bit of an angle. From there, step forward with your left foot, back with your right. Bend both knees, roll through your cat. Inhale through your cow. Straighten out that left leg, both hands on the right thigh. Scoot that booty out. Feel that long stretch there. And then that left arm lifts and reaches and lifts you up. And then your weight is on your right leg. And we go to the forward. And then to the side. And to the back. And then 4 to the front. 4 to the side. Oh, I forgot the curtsy. Sorry. We'll come back to it. 4 to the back. 6 curtsies. And then 4 more curtsies. Uh-oh. And now I go 2 to the front, 2 to the side, 2 to the back. Oh, 2 curtsies. 1 to the front, 1 side, 1 back, 1 curtsy. Oh, bring it up. Weight on your left leg, right leg in front. Reach fingertips to armpit, armpit to hip, hip to ankle, and then hand on your left hip and give it a little press. So you're lifting up and out of it before you go over. And then we step forward and apart. Bend both knees, cat and cow. Shift your weight onto your left leg, straighten your right. Press that hip out, get that big stretch, and then arm lifts and reaches and brings you back up. Beautiful. All right, let's come down to our mat, please. Knees are bent, feet are flat, hands behind your hamstrings. Lift up nice and tall, ear right over your shoulder, shoulder over your hip, abs pulled in, ribs pulled in, hinge back. You can still hold on to your hamstrings. Make sure your head came with you and then let go and reach those arms. Lower those hands, come back up, inhale. Exhale, maybe this time it's out into a T position. Lower those hands, inhale. Hinge back. Maybe this time we flip into cactus arms. Lower those hands, come up. Inhaling at the top, exhaling back, and then maybe we try that V. Exhaling on the movement, inhaling at the top and the back, and maybe we bring those arms overhead for an I and lower those hands. And we keep going here, just making a choice which arm movement feels like it works best for you today. And then on this last one, we'll stay back and hold. And then walk those feet back, grab hold, and roll yourself down. I'm sorry. All right. Take a little break, let those hips rock side to side. And feet on the ground. Hands on your thighs. Nice deep breath in. Exhale, float the head, neck, and shoulders off the ground. And again, you reach and come down. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale to lift. Maybe you reach out. Exhale down. Inhale at the bottom. You can leave your head down. You could try the V. Exhale on the movement. Inhale at the bottom. Prepare. Maybe those arms go all the way overhead. Keep in mind, the idea is those ribs stay down. Exhale back down. Deep breath in. Exhale, stretch, reach, lift. Exhale down. Inhaling. Exhaling to lift. Inhaling to reach. Ribs stay down. Two more just like that. And last one, we hold, we reach. Whether your head is lifted or not, doesn't matter. Stretching and reaching, lengthening, reaching, and relax. And now we'll lift those legs in tabletop, knees right over your hips, shins parallel, hands by your side. Deep breath in, exhale, stretch and reach. Inhale, extend arms, bend. We add that legs this time. Exhale, sweep and bend. Of course, you're in double leg stretch, and as always, your head could be down, but ribs don't lift. Abs stay flat, low back the same distance from the ground. And hold, reaching through your toes, reaching through your fingers, pointing a little harder, pull the abs in, holding for 4 and 3 and 2, and hug it in. And then basically you're going to do the same thing with single leg stretch. So legs back to tabletop, hands right above you. This time we're going to stretch the right leg and the left arm. Inhale back to center, left leg, right arm. Inhale back to center, right leg, left arm. As you get that length from each end of your body, you keep your abs in. Almost there. And relax. And then we'll take a quick break, hug those knees in, and then stack them tabletop. Arms out in a T position, palms to the sky, feet where you can see them, rotating side to side. Keep those knees together, keep the toes up. And then we'll take a quick break, hug the knees again. And then we're going right back there, hands by your side, palms down. You can either do this with a knee lift. If you're going to do it with a knee lift or knees bent, drop the toes, or you can do it with legs straight. We're going into a hip lift. So nod your head yes, take a deep breath in. On the exhale, the goal is to lift your legs straight up, not way overhead. You'll probably come forward a little bit. Inhale, reach, lift, exhale, down. Inhale, reach, lift, exhale, down. Try to control at the very top. Take a moment. And relax. We're going to put those last two things together. Again, knees can be tabletop to start with. I'll give you both options. We go left, come back to center, hip lift, center, right, center. Hip lift, center. If it's straight legs, it's left, center, hip lift, center, right, center, hip lift, center. One more like that. Left, center, up, and right, center, up. Take a little break. Let's go. Little stretch for your hip flexor. So feet are super wide, arms into a T. Drop your right knee in. Let your left leg drop open. And then gently rotate that right knee open. Let the left leg drop in. And back to center. And we're going to put those knees together, abs in, arms into a T. We're going to go into our toe touch, nice and controlled. Exhaling to lift back up. Inhaling as the knees move away. It's a movement at the hip joint, not the knees. And then we put those things together. First way we do it is we go left, center, lift, center, right, center, toe touch, center, right, center, hip lift, center, left, center, toe touch, center. Option long legs, left, center, hip lift, center, right, center, toe touch, or lower leg lower, center, right, center, hip lift, left, center, leg lower. And then we can kind of take the pause out. We can go left, hip lift, right, leg lower, right, hip lift, left, leg lower, left, hip lift, right, leg lower, right, hip lift, left, etc. And of course, that can be done with bent knees, tabletop. You could even let your feet dangle on that. And once you finish that last round, ending up left, then we'll take that hip flexor break one more time. So wide legs, left knee drops in, right leg drops open. Back to center, right knee drops in, left leg drops open. And back to center, soles of the feet together. And then bring your hands to bring those legs together. And then let's just flip over onto one side, facing front. And your bottom arm is underneath your ear. This one's going to be a little bit different. And then we're going to bend our knees like we're going to do clam, but we're not. I want you to stack your knees, stack your hips. Everything's in a nice, perfect alignment. Then your top hand is actually going to come over your head and grab around your ear. I know that seems a little weird. And then you're going to come up, and at the same time, you're going to lift the heel like that. And then come down slowly, lengthen the space between your leg and your head. So we lift, try not to pull on your neck, and lengthen. And we lift, and lengthen down. And lift, and lengthen down. So as you're coming up, head stays in that perfect alignment. If your elbow comes like that, that means you're pulling on your head. Good. And take your time as you lower, so you're getting that length as you lower. Nice. Last one. We're going to lift it up. We're going to hold here, get everything in that beautiful alignment. We're going to try and take 6 counts down. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take a quick little break here. Press yourself all the way up and over to the other side. Stack those knees, arm underneath your ear. Everything in 90-degree angles. Top arm reaches up and over. We're going to reach around your head, but we're not pulling on it. And then we lift up, leading with that elbow, and then that heel lifts at the same time. And slowly down. And we lift. Two more. I don't know what's going on around behind me. I think chaos. All right, this one we come down really slowly for 6 and 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, and then all the way over onto your abs, please. Let your forehead just rest on your hands for a moment as you lengthen out your legs. Roll your shoulders out of your ears and bring your forehead down. Arms out into a T position. Rotate your thumbs to the sky. Toes down, kneecaps lift. Pubic bone presses, abs pull in. Lift your thumbs, squeeze your shoulder blades, keep your head in line, and you can lift it an inch if you want. And gently down. Flatten your hands. Deep breath in. Press into the toes and the pubic bone. Roll those thumbs up, and we lift. And gently down and relax. Deep breath in. Toes and pubic bone press, knees and belly button lift. And down one more time like that. And then I want you to bring your hands down by your side, pinkies to the sky. And relax. Inhale. Stretch through your fingers. Stretch, reach, lift. And down. Fingertips. Toes press. And down one more like that. Press through your fingers. Reach, stretch, and relax. And just let your head rest again. Windshield wiper side to side. And then we're going to keep our upper body down on this one. Let's just extend that right leg, lift it as high and as long as you can. So it's not just up, it's stretching, reaching, and then down. It should feel like it's already an inch longer. Left leg, reach it, stretch it. As you're lifting, you're thinking about pointing that toe and reaching for the wall behind you. Bring it down. Right leg, lift, stretch, reach, abs in, pubic bone down, and relax. Left leg, stretch, reach, lift, and down. One more time each way. Good. And then just take a little break there. And then we're going to bring those arms out. This time a little bit of a Y. Thumbs are up. Head is just gently lifted. Toes pressed down. And just lift those arms the tiniest bit, but squeeze the shoulder blades down the spine and relax. We're just doing 2 like this. Because then if you want to, you also add both legs lifting. So it's almost like a Superman. And relax. And now we'll press back, resting position, shell stretch. Hands out in front of you, undulate forward, back, cat, cow. And then we'll glide forward onto our elbows, shoulders back and down, thumbs to the sky, nod your head yes, and let's lift that upper body, staying on our knees and our toes and forearms, shoulders out of your ears. Holding this pre-plank, just get yourself that extra challenge of holding here and really feeling how you hold that plank. So from your head to your hip, your knees, you're a straight line, but those hips are going to want to tip, so you have to keep pulling them in. And relax. And again, we'll relax down, we'll windshield wiper side to side. And then we're going to come up onto all fours. Roll through your cat. Inhale through your cow. And then let's take those right toes, tuck them, feel a nice stretch. And then roll forward until only your right big toe is on the ground. And at that point, lift it up. Nice and even with your hips. If you go too high, you go into extension. Adding that left arm if you want, reaching. Shoulder down your spine. Option to open the left arm to the left, right leg to the right, and center. Try and keep your arm out of your peripheral vision. And bring it down, knee down. Roll through your cat. Inhale through your cow. Abs in, tuck those left toes, press, roll back, extend that leg. Stay there or add that right arm. Open and close if you want. And relax. And we'll roll through that cat and undulate through that cow. And we'll just slide ourselves forward. Seated position. We're going to stay with bent knees for now. Pull those glutes out from under you and sit nice and tall. Flex through those heels. And then just pull yourself into spine stretch, tall spine. You can bring your hands behind you if you want to lengthen. You can start, just straighten those legs so long as that body stays tall. And then come on back to center. Legs might stay straight. They may need to bend a little bit. Arms into a T. Rotate to the front of the room. While you're here, or towards me, in the front of, there we go. Take that back arm and rotate it even further. Notice if you tipped off the back hip, put equal weight in both hips. Bring this arm, reach it forward and up. And then you can bring the hand down to assist in a little deeper rotation very gently. Back to center. Rotate to the back of the room away from me, but the directions are the same. Back arm is going to rotate you deeper. Front arm is going to reach you up, and if need be, bring it down to rotate deeper. Inhale, center with the breath. Exhale, twist and reach. Inhale to center. Exhale, twist, reach the other way. Inhale, center. Exhale, other way. Front way. Inhale, center to the back. Inhale, center, front. And inhale, center, back. And then let's bring our feet together. And once again, let's check and see if we're still up on our sit bones. Do we need to put a little bend in the knee so we can sit tall? Big toes, I want you to press them together. I literally want you to make space between your big toe and your second toe, because you're pushing your big toes in like a pigeon toed, right? So pressing up against each other. This is actually a good stretch for those toes and those feet. And if you have a tendency for your big toe to turn in, good opportunity to press it up against something and use some tiny little muscles. And then we sit tall. Arms out into a T. We're going to face me again. And we're going to use that back arm, not this arm, but this arm, to go an inch and an inch. And then we inhale, center. And we're going to check that those big toes are still pushing against each other. To the back of the room once, twice, 3 times. Inhale, center to the front. Shh, shh, shh. Inhale, center to the back. Shh, shh, shh. Inhale, center to the front. Shh, shh, shh. Inhale, center to the back. Inhale to the front. Use your elbow to push back, push back, push back. Inhale, center to the back, push, 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 and relax. Let's point and flex through those feet. Give yourself some support. You can sit nice and tall. And then we're going to cross that right knee over the left and reach down with our left hand. And let's manipulate that big toe. Give it some circles. Pull it out as you circle it. And then press all the toes back and then pull them back the other way. And then straighten the right leg and bring that left knee in. And again, I'm going to grab that big toe. I'm going to rotate it as I pull it out, going all directions, playing with all the toes, pulling them in both directions. And then release that. Keep the left knee bent. Match it with the right. And mosey your way down, lying down position, knees in. Left foot on the ground, right knee comes into your right shoulder. Give it a nice tug. Press it down and in. And then flex through that foot. Use your right hand to pull the toes back, pressing that heel to the sky, pushing that knee down. And maybe again, playing against that foot, circling that ankle, pointing and flexing. And this whole time we're keeping that knee pushed down into the armpit so they're getting that right hamstring stretch, hopefully. And then we'll begin to straighten that leg. And let go. Bring it back through center. Rotate at the ankle. Straighten out the left leg. Flex through that heel. Flex through the right heel. And then with that heel still flexed, go pigeon-toed. And heel still flexed, go duck-footed. Then point it off to the duck side. Come through center and go pigeon-toed. And then flex it again through center. Press that leg against the hands. Then pull with the hands. Then press and pull and do both at the same time. Bend that knee, hug it in towards the left shoulder. Use your left hand to help guide it towards the left shoulder. Right arm to the side. You can bring that leg all the way across into a rotation if you want. And then as you come back to center, it just flops over your left leg. Drag that left heel in. Thread your needle, reaching for the hamstring or the shin. Bend the elbows, hug it in closer. And while you're there, let's extend that left leg, flex and point, do some ankle rotations, and then hug that in, bending that elbow, deeper stretch on that right hip. And then scoot that right knee all the way over and let the knees drop left or as far as you want them to. And then roll back through center, uncross your right leg, and hug your left knee in. And again, maybe a little movement. And then we're going to reach down, grab those left toes, push that left knee down, and then we circle that ankle in all directions, pointing and flexing, and then holding onto that leg, lengthening it out. And through center we go. Hands behind you, point, flex. Keep the foot flexed, turn it out, and turn it in. Point it, pigeon-toed, and duck-footed. Stretch the right leg out, flex through that heel. Press the left leg into the hands, and then pull. And then press, and pull, and both at the same time. Then you're going to bend that left knee and bring it towards your right shoulder. You can rotate it across your body if you like. And as you come back through center, it drapes over the right leg. We drag that right foot in. And we'll thread the needle, reaching for the hamstring or the shin. The more you bend your elbows, the deeper the left hip stretch. And then left knee over right, hug it up and in, and let those knees drop right. And as you come back to center, however you want to get there, you mosey way over onto your hands and knees, please. And we'll undulate through our cow-cat. Hands right underneath you. Tuck those toes. Push those hips up in the air. Pull it out. Wide right stance. Walk it back. Hands on your thighs. Roll cat. Inhale cow. Big deep breath in. Thank you.